Welcome to the Bearded Banter podcast, where we'll discuss everything gaming. So sit on back and listen up. Get your headphones ready, we're gonna discuss video games, it's gonna be fun. We're on time for everyone. Wow!
Welcome everyone to a very special episode of Bearded Banter, the gaming podcast where the Xbox One has been announced. Actually, a couple weeks ago. We're kind of late, but better late than never. I am your host, the Bearded One. With me is not my co-host, Random Richard, because he's having internet troubles, but replacing him as co-host for this episode is Mr. Steven Cass, that one brony.
You forgot my phone number.
Too bad.
Wow, Shane. Maybe I'll just leave.
Giovanni.
I said I'm done.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
What do you want?
You're my co-host. So, for this episode, we have an abundance of special guests. Actually, two, now that I think about it. We have Mr. Morgan from the Bearded Gamers. How are you, good sir?
I'm doing quite well, thank you, my good sir. I'm just sat here with my tea, having a wonderful time. I hope today is very, very fruitful.
Do you have any crumpets on standby?
Alas, I do not. But I might
that's-
go and get some fish and chips shortly.
That would more than make up for it. And we also have Mr. Kyle, a.k.a. Sniper Slayer from Clism Gaming. How are you, good sir?
I'm good. I'm not sure what good entails, but I'm good.
Whatever the definition may be. So, today is a very special edition of Bearded Banter because we are going to have a group discussion about the Xbox One, the new system from Microsoft that they just unveiled a couple of weeks ago. Basically, what we're going to go over in this episode is everything that has been either rumored or announced about the Xbox One, and basically our opinions on everything they have announced, along with the console itself. So, the Xbox...
Wait.
Yes?
I thought we were talking about My Little Pony Princess Runaway.
Oh my god, Stav, shut up, you are so loud. Jesus Christ, I can't even take it.
Oh. Well, I'll see you guys at the end of the episode. Thanks for watching.
Okay, see you, Steve. So, Xbox One was just unveiled a couple weeks ago. I assume you guys all know what it is.
I watched the unveil.
So did I.
regrettably.
What about you, Morgan?
Maybe.
Have you been following? I actually talked to you about that.
I've been following it a bit, not too vividly, because I'm not a console player traditionally, unless it's like from the 90s.
You PC guy.
Yeah, I think the most modern console I play on would be the PS2, so I don't...
You're far behind, my friend.
Yeah, but yeah, I know what I've seen a few things and heard a few of the rumors about it that's annoying people, but I'm sure we'll get to that in a bit.
Yeah. The Xbox One was kind of announced to quite a critical pan. Almost all of the general populace doesn't like it right now. Which, just from the general unveil, they announced they didn't focus on games, which some might argue they should have. During a console reveal, they didn't have to rely on games, but the biggest backlash is that Microsoft didn't show any games to back up the hardware. So,
Except for Call of Duty.
except for Call of Duty, which I'm sure you'll get to that, Kyle.
Well, I know they went on for ages about its TV capabilities.
TV, sports, Call of Duty.
Of course, why would you want to play it? Why would you want an Xbox for anything else?
That's basically, during this entire unveil, that's basically the main thing they were focusing on. You can simultaneously watch TV, switch back instantly to your game, go back to the TV, bring up Internet Explorer while you're watching TV to look up the TV show that you're currently watching.
Question.
Yes?
Do you have to use Internet Explorer? Is it built in, or can you change browser?
It's built in, I'm pretty sure.
Well, there you go. No one's going to buy it.
They just shot themselves
My
in the foot.
computer does all of those things, and it has Chrome.
Ooh, take that, Xbox One. That was just for effect.
And most of the things that I've been hearing that have been pissing a lot of people off is the pre-activation, the online activation, one time only.
We'll get to that. But yeah, there's been a lot of stuff that has either been announced or rumored about the Xbox One that not a lot of people are happy about. But we're just going to go through everything that's been talked about right now. First off, and I think the big thing for the Xbox One is the discussion about it always being online. The fact that it always has to be connected to the internet constantly 24/7 to even work. But they've kind of been not too clear about that. But the big thing that people have taken from interviews from Xbox reps is that it doesn't always have to be connected to the internet, but it has to be connected to the internet at least once every 24 hours in order to work. What do you guys feel about that?
Well, I think that's completely crap, and I think we actually talked briefly about this on the last, well, not the last one, the one previously when me and Eli were on, when we were saying that obviously a lot of people don't have the internet. But the thing is, I'd heard that it didn't require always online. However, every time you got a game, you had to activate it online using a code.
Mm-hmm.
So
and that's something we'll get to later on.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, you'd need, like, if you don't have an internet connection and someone lends you a game, then you can't play it, basically. Yeah. And even if you could, you still have to pay for it again.
Yeah, see, I don't, the difference between the two isn't really a big deal. They're pretty much the same thing, because even if it has to be connected constantly, or if it has to be connected once every 24 hours, you still have to be connected in some way. And some people's internet is either shit or non-existent. So it really doesn't matter if it has to be connected once or constantly. Some people still won't be able to even access the system.
Mm.
So, Kyle, what do you think about that?
I mean, I haven't really heard enough about that, but still, why? What? I don't understand anything about. I mean, yeah, you're right. Some people don't have internet. Some people, their
some
internet
people can't afford
sucks.
Internet. Yeah, some people can't afford quality internet or can't afford internet at all.
And some people don't have Google Fiber. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is that Microsoft wants as much money as possible. So let's charge people to use used games. Yay!
Oh, that's something we'll get to later on, too. Steve, what do you feel about the internet connection?
I think it's a grand idea, and they should implement it in every new console, including PC and Steam.
Yeah, well, you kind of need it with Steam anyway.
Steve, if you were serious at all ever, I would call bullshit on that.
Shane O. McBeardy, if you ever shaved your beardy, I would laugh.
This has nothing to do with Xbox One and a half.
Shane, why do you even bring me to the show? I have nothing to say.
Because you bring a lot to the conversation.
I don't. I'm talking to Morgan about his beard right now.
Steve, how do you feel about the Xbox One internet connection requirement?
You just asked me the same question.
And you didn't give me a solid answer.
Because I don't care.
Okay. Well, say bye to Steve, everyone. He won't be asked any more questions at all.
I usually don't even.
Okay. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter how they go about that, because even if it still has to be connected in some way, which, you know, they're really alienating a large chunk of their audience with that.
Well, the thing is, though, see, I'm currently actually looking at an article where they're saying hands down that it doesn't need to be online all the time, but it doesn't say whether it needs to be connected once a day or anything like that. So,
I know,
there have been a lot of rumors flying around.
Yeah, disclaimer, some of these are rumors, but some of these have been confirmed by Microsoft. This one is still a rumor, but, you know, it could happen.
It could.
It could. It's like...
I mean, and the
hope
doctor
it doesn't, but...
could land in my room right now and take me away on adventures through space and time, though I doubt it. But,
so yeah, that's one rumor that's been going on.
Yeah, apparently the vice president of Xbox did actually say that it would have to connect every 24 hours.
Mm-hmm. And that's where most people are getting that assumption.
Yeah. But you know what they're like when they promise that this will happen and then it won't. They're basically, you never know, they might pull a Peter Molyneux and not include anything that they've promised.
Who knows what they'll do? We have no idea at this point. But Okay, another thing they've been talking about is the new Kinect, Kinect 2.0. What they're saying is that the Kinect always has to be connected to the console in order for it to work, which is basically going back to the whole freaking internet connection requirement, where it's like not everyone wants to use the Kinect, so if it's mandatory for the system to even work, why are you forcing it on people?
Well, I think it's mostly for the voice commands because it's like Xbox on and all that rubbish.
Yeah, but still, people don't necessarily want to use that. They just want to use the damn controller because that's what it's for.
Yeah, well, I guess, but if it comes packaged with the Xbox, then you might as well use it. I'm sure you can probably just turn it on with the controller as you normally would anyway.
But see, the reason that the current Kinect was panned so much is that people didn't want it to begin with, and now they're making it mandatory. So, what do you guys feel about that?
I'll be honest, I didn't hate the original Kinect. I mean, I never really used it. I mean, I tried it once with Skyrim, and that went terribly.
Oh man, I bet that was great.
I bet that was the best experience you've ever had.
Equip healing potion. What? Equip healing potion. I give up. I'm going to computer. But it didn't work too well, but there were some useful things with it. Mainly it sitting there and looking pretty, but it wasn't entirely useless. Okay, I'm lying. It was
that's
terrible.
I think the thing with the Kinect is that they made the game so that you had to control it entirely using the Kinect. I thought maybe if it was like, so you're just sat there with your controller as you normally would, and maybe you just kind of wave your hand to throw a fireball. It's like don't have the
game entirely focus around it, but have certain bits and pieces utilize the technology.
Yeah, like for so you could be like that guy in Total Recall, not Total Recall, the one when they can see future murders. I can't remember what it's called now. With Tom Cruise, Minority Report.
Okay, there you go.
And you can just swipe menus out of the way. That would be awesome if you could do that.
But no, you have to use voice commands to equip your shouts and potions, and it doesn't work.
Okay, Kyle, we get it. You had a bad experience with Skyrim Kinect.
Can you just shout Fusrodar to Fusrodar?
That would be awesome, actually.
I actually did that, and it worked.
Oh my god. Okay, that's the only good thing I've heard about the Kinect. Stav, are you still here?
I think he's left. I think
it's okay. He probably wouldn't have answered my question anyway. So that's the dealio with the new Kinect. Next order of business, the used games debate. Oh boy.
Yay!
Okay, so they're really not being entirely clear about this either. They haven't really confirmed that used games will be banned from the Xbox One, but they're not really entirely announcing what their plans for the used game market are. So some people are saying that used games won't even work in the system. Some people say that in order for them to work, you have to pay a fee. What do you guys feel about that?
Well, yeah, the one that I've heard the most is that if someone gives you a game, you put it in, and I think that the machine will recognize that it's being used on someone else's console, but you'll still have to pay. You'll have to pay less than for a new copy of the game, but you'll still have to pay, which completely defeats the point of, say, something. If your friend had a game and he's like, "Oh, do you want to borrow this and see it?" and you'd be like, "Yeah, I was thinking of buying it," and then you get home and it's like, "Oh, well, I have to pay for it anyway." So what's
the point of even borrowing it from someone if I have to pay to play it?
I think it's going to be really bad for the used game industry because there are loads of shops where you can get used games, and I think eventually people are going to get tired and go back to older consoles where you don't have to faff around so much.
Yeah, and if they really go with that practice, then basically the used games market is just going to crumble.
Yeah, well, there's still a bigger market for specific consoles, like certain retro ones, like I don't know, like the Sega Genesis or the Super Nintendo. They still
there'll still be those like retro stores, but like in terms of used games for Xbox One, like
I don't think there's going to be much in terms of that.
Yeah, no one's gonna buy a game and then pay to activate it. Like, you've already bought in the game, you should have full access to it right away.
Yeah, Well, the thing is, though, I guess their view is that you haven't, and by I think by copyright law, technically, you shouldn't even be allowed to. You shouldn't be allowed to sell your games without giving a percentage of what you're earning to the company. That's in theory, but in practice, no, obviously no one's ever done it, and they're going, "Oh, look at all this money that the pre-owned market's making. We want some of that." Yeah.
So Kyle, what do you feel about the used games debate? Did Kyle leave too?
Why would anyone leave? Why would anyone leave during the middle of the podcast? That is ridiculous.
How do you feel about the used games debate for Xbox One?
It sucks. I love it.
I didn't leave.
Oh, hi,
I
Kyle.
muted my mic on accident.
Oh, how dare you! So, how do you feel about those used games?
I think this is a huge mistake on. If they actually charge you a fee to play used games, then they're dead in the water.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as what I know, for PS4 and Wii U, they don't charge that.
Nope.
That's as far as I know. But Xbox, let's charge people to play used games. Most of what many gamers today do, and I have heard, I'm not sure this is confirmed, but at least I have heard that certain game shops will give a small percentage to the original people, like the people that made the games, or at the actual company like Microsoft, or something like that. I've heard that. I'm not entirely sure, but I mean, I think that they really, really need to work on this before they do anything.
Yeah, they really
major.
have to. They really have to refine it.
If retailers, yeah.
There you go. You're British. You go.
But I'm also exceedingly polite as I'm British. Please,
Steve, just say what you were gonna say.
I was gonna ask, how do they even know if it's used or not?
We'll get to that later.
No, we're getting that. We're right now.
Okay. Well, while we're on the topic, they've said that Xbox One games will each new Xbox game will have a code, an activation code that comes with the actual game. Before you can even play it, you have to input that code and then install the game to the hard drive before it'll even run. So through those codes and through Xbox Live, they can determine which games have been used or which games are brand new. So there you go.
Okay.
Kind of like Steam, but not terrible. Well, Steam's good, so I don't know. But Steam kind of does that, but they also give you sales that give you games for $1. So
Maybe Xbox will do that.
I doubt it.
Microsoft do something to save people money? Are you crazy?
Yeah. Stav, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I love you and we should get married someday.
Oh, okay. Let's plan the wedding right now.
All right. Let's
Bye,
do it.
everyone. This has been Bearded Banter.
at least you're not made by Microsoft. If you've ever been in a relationship before, he'd have to pay a fee to your ex-girlfriend.
Oh, gosh!
Jesus. Well, moving on to our next topic. Indie developers. This has been a big one that's come up recently. Microsoft is saying that indie developers can't self-publish their own games on Xbox One.
I already told you this. You don't listen.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Why do I even come here?
God damn it, Stav.
Shane, really, what do you think that I'm doing here?
You're just here for show, I guess.
Well, we're not even, live. You can't even see me.
Well, if you had a webcam set up.
Well, if you had a webcam set up, I can see Morgan.
If I had a webcam.
And Riley's, Richard, he has a face.
We're getting off topic, guys.
Why? I'm just
So
gonna
anyway, indie developers.
I'm gonna go home. I'm already home.
One of the things that Xbox Live Arcade on the 360 allowed people to do was it allowed independent developers to, through their indie program, just upload their games that they developed straight to the arcade and allowed people to play it. Apparently, Xbox One won't allow that. What do you guys think?
Well, will
Money
they have
losses.
Will they have to pay a fee to publish through them? I guess.
Possibly, or they'll have to go through Microsoft directly.
Yeah, well, that's probably just going to make more people. They're probably just going to end up shifting to something else, and Xbox going to end up missing out. But the thing is, though, it may not, because a lot of people will want their indie games to be on the Xbox Live market, even if they have to pay some money. But then, if it's unsuccessful, then they're screwed, really. But
Yeah,
that's
especially in the modern generation, because indie games have become a huge thing.
Hmm.
And like, Kyle, what do you think about that, buddy?
I'll be honest, I'm not a huge indie gamer. I mean, I like Binding of Isaac and Minecraft, and that's about all I've played, but I think that I know that there's a huge following of people that love indie games, and some people are the indie games are the only ones they play. So Xbox basically alienating, if they don't allow indie games on the console, they're alienating a huge crowd to gain them a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. It's just more alienation. So
well, you never know.
What?
It might just be Microsoft being jealous.
Why? Because indie games are doing better than theirs?
Basically.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
I would.
Stav, how do you feel about this?
I don't play indie games.
Stav, you played Fez. You played Binding of Isaac.
That's not indie game, nor is Binding of Isaac. Those are arcade games.
Actually, no.
Actually, yes.
Binding of Isaac isn't an
Yes, it
arcade game because it's not on Xbox.
Shane, have you heard about the sequel to Fez that's coming out?
Is it called Sombrero?
It's called More Fez.
Oh.
Wow, they really pushed the
Steve,
boat
do you
out.
just want to leave right now? Because you're adding nothing to this conversation.
When do I ever add anything to this conversation?
Why do you even agree to do this then?
Because you were like, hey, Steve, we're doing a podcast. You want to be in it? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Okay,
Guys,
thank you for your input, Steve.
It gives me something to do while thinking of things to record.
Next topic. Apparently the Xbox One will be incompatible with current gaming headsets. For people who actually use headsets when they play games. What do you guys think?
I think
doesn't
that
affect me at all.
No, it doesn't really affect me either. But I heard that it's not going to be backwards compatible with the games either.
Yeah, I've heard that. It won't be backwards compatible with 360 games, but they've actually given like a legitimate reason. Apparently, the processor in the Xbox is because it's obviously the next generation. It's much more advanced, and it can't run the previous generation's games on that hardware.
So what they're saying is that they've got too much processing power.
Possibly.
That's bullcrap.
That's like I can still play games from like the late 90s on my PC.
Too hardcore for 360 games.
It is.
I can play Doom on my PC. I'm pretty sure the Xbox could handle Xbox One could handle Xbox 360 games.
Who knows? Just as they said, wait for E3, guys. Oh, geez.
Nintendo isn't going to be there, I've heard.
No, Nintendo's not having a conference, but they will be there. Which I don't understand that.
Uh-huh.
I love Nintendo though.
You know what? We'll have a separate discussion about Nintendo one day. But back to the Xbox One. There is a very small percentage of people who will be affected by the gaming headsets. But it doesn't really affect me either because I don't use them. But if you guys did use headsets like constantly, how would that affect you?
Well, I don't have any friends in real life, so that would affect me greatly.
Honestly, I play a lot of Battlefield on the Xbox 360. It'd probably be better because then I wouldn't have to hear little kids whining when I shot them in the face. So I think I would enjoy that, actually.
See,
Whoever complains on Xbox, everyone is nice and happy. There are just never arguments or racial comments about my mother.
Stav, I'm not sure what world you live in.
Shane, you just gotta play good games like Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Pre-order it right now and get the Phoenix Wright skin.
Next topic of business.
Oh.
This was one that I found to be pretty cool. Apparently, Rare, you guys know Rare, they developed Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Donkey Kong 64, all those awesome games back in the
Perfect
N64
Dark,
era.
GoldenEye.
Nuts and bolts.
Rare recently announced that a historic rare franchise will be unveiled for Xbox One at E3. They haven't exactly said which franchise it will be, but they said that they're going back to its roots.
Ooh.
So this has gotten me curious. What could they be talking about?
Well,
That's
let's
bad.
Battletoads!
Oh,
Oh God.
Jesus Christ.
No.
I mean, I know they're remaking DuckTales. Ooh.
Well, that's
Ah.
Capcom, not Rare.
Well, I mean, they're gonna make Nuts and Bolts too.
No, they're not.
Yes.
No
here,
one wants that.
Here, I'll get the image for you.
Please do not.
I mean,
They could be making another Killer Instinct game or a Perfect Dark game.
or a Perfect Instinct game.
Yeah, we'll
Or-
have to wait until E3, but there's a lot they could be working with.
Well, I mean, they've developed like well over 100 games, so yeah, there's a hell of a lot they could be doing.
And really,
But-
it could be a proper Banjo 3. It could be another Conker game, an actual new Conker game, not Live and Reloaded. It could be anything really. We'll just have to wait and see. But this really piqued my interest.
It could
Yeah,
be
it's-
Donkey Kong, but I doubt it.
Well, I don't really think they're going to be making another Donkey Kong game on Xbox One.
Yeah, it doesn't
That
seem very
could
likely.
that could get a few people in a world of hurt.
You know what I'm waiting for? Not for the Xbox, it's completely unrelated, but the new Super Smash Bros. Game.
Stav, what is it called again?
The unconfirmed name so far is Super Smash Bros. Universe.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Makes sense.
Plot twist. Captain Kirk makes an appearance.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Are you serious?
I don't know. I just made that up off the top of my head.
Not even, man.
You say Sirius?
Serious.
Oh,
His ass is serious.
His ass.
His
that
ass
accent.
so serious.
Very serious. So, moving on, the whole TV angle that they're going with, the fact that you can switch between games, TV, movies on the fly. What do you guys feel about that for Xbox One?
Netflix. There.
I said what I was going to say.
That's your entire contribution.
Yeah, that's all I have to say on the matter is Netflix, and yeah, well, like I said, that's all I have to say.
That is all that I ever had to say. Goodbye.
Farewell.
All I can say is, if they play Blu-ray, I'll be happy.
It has a Blu-ray drive.
So does PS4. And PS4 has video games.
Pretty much, yeah. I didn't want to mention anything. But, yeah. So it's like, from what I saw, it does look pretty cool that you can switch between all those things, like, instantly.
Hmm.
You know, that really caters to people who don't necessarily play games all the time. Which, you know, the casual audience is huge now, thanks to Nintendo.
Or people
Yeah, but-
that don't have...
Then they can just keep playing Nintendos, can't they? I don't think it's really necessary because you can already do that on a computer and it would be cheaper, and you can play pre-owned games. And if you, as you said, most of the casual market is on Nintendo. So what is their actual target audience here?
I don't even know, actually.
People without cable?
Possibly.
Maybe? I don't know.
But they still need internet.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, who's to say they're not stealing their neighbor's internet?
You never
I guess if you only need to connect once a day, you could buy like a dongle or something and just plug it
Jesus.
in.
You mind if I snake my Ethernet cable in through here? No, go ahead.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No way.
So one of the big games that they focused on during the console reveal was Call of Duty Ghosts. Kyle, you said you had something to say about that.
So everybody remembers the dog, right?
Obviously, everyone remembers the dog.
Who?
Yeah,
Damn
what?
it. Damn it, Stav.
What do you even... I'm just gonna go home.
Okay.
Well,
I don't play COD, so you may have to explain.
During the reveal, they showed a dog.
Right.
And, like, I guess it's supposed to be part of your squad now. And they talked about how it was going to be high detail graphics. And when they showed the picture, I immediately thought, so we're getting Call of Duty 4 dogs again? Because it looked
Jesus.
nothing different. It looked the exact same, graphically and everything, from as the Call of Duty 4 dogs, except it had a harness on it, and there may have been a bomb on the harness. I don't know.
It had big ass ears.
That was the only thing they changed. Giant ears.
But
Yay, creativity.
yeah, it's like so the one game they focused on was Call of Duty Ghosts, and they showed all this stuff and they showed a couple trailers, and the one thing that everyone remembers from it was the dog. Look at that puppy.
I guess the game didn't look that great then. So is it actually based on the? I'm guessing it's based on the character Ghost from the Modern Warfare series, or is it just just called Ghost? No, okay.
It's they said that it's a completely new universe with new characters and such.
Oh, so they're actually doing something different.
Yeah, they're actually doing something different.
Oh wow!
No more shooting bad guys that are possibly Russian and bullcrap online play.
If they're a different color than you, then you better shoot them.
You better shoot them. They wear blue and we don't. Kill.
That's every modern FPS shooter. Some of them add creativity to it, though.
On a kind of related note, I'm not. Yeah, it is going to be on the Xbox One. Sonic Lost World.
Ooh, actually no. Gotta correct you. It's not.
It is going to be on Xbox One.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Sega announced that is one of the 3 games that is with their exclusive Nintendo partnership. So it's only going to be on Wii U and 3DS.
I'm okay with that. Cause
The
last Sonic game I remember for Xbox, this is the last one I remember, although I might be wrong, but I heard Sonic 06, and we don't talk about that because Sonic 06 was terrible.
Hey, ho. Hey, ho. Hey.
Yes?
I like that game.
Get out.
Get out right now. Oh, he sent us Nuts and Bolts 2. You know what? We'll look at that later.
It's a confirmed image. You better put that up on screen. It's confirmed by Rareware.
But yeah, Steve likes Sonic 06.
I like Sonic 06.
I enjoyed watching the Game Grumps play it.
Yeah, it's quite the show.
But oh, okay. Well, still though, what do you guys think of the look of Sonic Lost World?
Super Mario Galaxy with Sonic.
Shut up, Steve.
I actually agree.
Aha.
You know what? I really have no idea what to think about it because I saw the trailer, and then it's something completely different from what they've been doing for like the last 4 years, and that's great because they're
being shit.
Shh.
Hey. Oh, ha.
Okay. When was the last good Sonic game?
Sonic Generations.
Hey.
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about that one.
Sonic
Okay.
Colors.
Sonic Colors.
I don't like
that was for the Wii.
Sonic.exe.
Because they did that one when he was like the one when he's like Sonic Knight when he has a sword, and the one when he's a werehog or whatever.
Sonic Unleashed.
Sonic Unleashed. What was the one when he had a sword?
Black Knight.
Oh god.
Sonic R.
Sonic R.
Hey, that's the best game in my opinion.
Okay, good. But
hey.
I saw some gameplay of it, and it's like, it looks really interesting to be honest, but I have no idea how it would like play actually.
Well, it's simple. It's a racing game where you play as Sonic and Tails.
Not Sonic R. You jackass.
It's got jive music though.
Please.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
it does have jive music.
I have the full OST on my phone.
Good.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go put it on now. Okay.
Proud of you, Steve.
Sonic ROST.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But Lost World. A lot of people are comparing it to Sonic Extreme, which is the game that was canceled for the Sega Saturn back in like the late '90s.
Uh-huh.
And it was supposed to be like the first true 3D Sonic game, and it looked really weird, and that's the big comparison that people are taking from Lost World.
What was it called? Sorry, Sonic Extreme.
Sonic Extreme, yeah.
I'll have a look at that.
I like how we got into Sonic in our Xbox discussion.
I mean, who cares? Who even plays Xbox?
Steve, you have an Xbox.
No one does.
Oh god, it does look weird. It's got like a 3D polygon background, but Sonic looks like he's made in 2.5D.
Yeah.
That does look weird.
It's like people are that's what people are drawing comparison to.
Yeah, I can kind of see it a little bit.
I really don't know what to think about Lost World, actually.
You
I
know
would have to
what?
see, I would have to see like a full level before I could like wrap my mind around it.
Yeah. You know what we need? More games with Metal Sonic in it.
Yeah, they don't use him enough.
I can't remember. I'm trying to remember now. Like the last, I think the last time I saw Metal Sonic was actually in the Super Mario Bros. Z series by Alden Artwork, which
Oh,
was
Jesus.
discontinued. That thing was so cool. I used to love that show. But-
The last game, I think the last game Metal Sonic was in was Sonic 4 Episode 2.
Sonic 4 Episode 2.
Yeah.
What is it? A Final Fantasy game?
Sure, let's go with that.
Sonic Generations.
Sonic
Oh
4
shit, he was.
Episode.
So how about that Xbox? What do you guys think?
I like it when everything.
You know
is
what?
brown.
Yeah, we're getting really off topic, so let's just wrap this up, guys. Your overall first impressions of the Xbox One, Morgan?
No. I think so far, even if I was still into console gaming at the moment, I don't think I'd even consider it. Just it's not like I normally have an internet connection, but the idea that I'd need to connect it every single day is just not viable. And so far, I haven't seen them announce any games that look interesting to me.
Well, during the reveal, they said they had 15 exclusives at launch with 8 new IPs.
Yeah.
Which they're all saving for E3, so we have to see what they have in store. Arkham Origins, yes. Oranges.
Oh yeah, actually, yes. That is one game that I would very much like to play. But I'll just play it when it comes out on my PC. So
Yeah, same here.
So, Kyle, what do you think about the Xbox One?
I'll be honest, and not to use a dead meme that honestly was terrible, I used to be an Xbox fan, and then I saw the reveal, and I said, well, I'm going to stick with PC until the PS4 comes out, then I'm buying that, and Xbox, no, bad.
No.
Go away.
Get out of here. Get out of my house.
I might just steal my Xbox 360. No, I'm not.
Don't.
It has Halo games, and I
Please
like
don't.
Halo.
That's the good one. So, Stav, do you want to actually give us your actual opinions?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. Can you repeat the last hour of us talking?
Yes. TV, sports, Call of Duty.
Okay.
Dog.
There you go.
It sounds perfect. I'll buy it right away.
Okay, good. So, Stav will buy Xbox One. He will pre-order it, and he will stand in the line at Best Buy for 12 hours
Jeez.
for midnight
A lot of-
launch.
12-year-olds who are probably going to talk crap about his mother.
Well, I mean, she's a nice lady.
She's a nice lady.
Shane, you don't even know her.
Yeah, but we
Do
can.
I even? Actually, I don't. Never mind.
Yes.
I'm sure she's a nice lady anyway.
Oh,
I'm sure she's quite nice indeed. She does not yell at small children. Hopefully.
You know what, Shane? Why don't you just say what you think, and then we could all go home.
Okay. Kind of mixed, really.
Okay, bye.
I'd have to. Okay, stop.
That's
I
the
would
podcast.
I would have to see what games they have in store for it before I make a final decision on it.
Well, they got Arkham Origins.
Do they have Arkham Oranges?
Yes, they do.
You have to look that up.
They also have Nuts and Bolts 2, confirmed image. Show it on screen.
Hmm.
Did you show it on screen?
I might.
You better show it on screen. It's confirmed image.
You know what? I will show it on screen now.
Okay, show it for about until now. Oh, Kyle's gone.
For 5 seconds.
Hey,
And
yo.
Click the wrong button.
Hi, bud.
it's
Kyle.
okay, buddy. So yeah, I'd have to see what games they have in store for it. Because if they have some like really strong games in store for it, then it might actually be a pretty damn good console for everything.
Halo 5 confirmed.
Halo 5. Well, that was confirmed last year. And the year before that.
Half-Life 3. Darn it,
Border-
now I have to buy the Xbox.
Borderlands 3. Stop. Are you nuts?
That would be. I would actually invest in a Borderlands 3. I still haven't even completed Borderlands 2. But
You stop right now. Quit the Skype call and go finish Borderlands 2 because you are missing out on an adventure unlike any other.
you
Have you
see,
got the Tiny Tina?
I haven't really got anyone to play it with, so I'm just on my own. And because you guys only use, well, you only use a console, then yeah.
I
play Borderlands
only
by
have
myself.
Borderlands 2 on the PC, so yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
hook up with Kyle, have a gaming night.
Yeah,
No
we can
sexing.
we can Skype and touch each other and play Steam.
Juicy.
That sounds like a party.
Well,
Awesome.
I think we're gonna wrap things up right here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sonic 13.
Surely they've made more games than that.
The sequel to Sonic 06.
No!
And I think with that, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you for listening to Bearded Banter and us rambling on like a bunch of idiots, as always.
But of course.
I am the Bearded One, your host. With me, my temporary co-host, Steve Cass.
Why am I the co-host? I say no.
Because Riley's not here.
Yes, but I think Morgan is better.
And with that, we will
thank you.
conclude this episode. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much
Kyle.
for listening, and bye, everybody. Say bye.
Bye.
There you go.
I'm not going to say bye.
Okay, I'm fine with that.